Be nice. Victor. Buddy. Here. Okay. You got some food. How's that feel bad, Victor? You need some food because you were a nap. What are you doing there? There you go. Right, you eat that. You're a growing boy. Growing boy. Oh, hello. One person watching, let me know. Can you hear? Can you see? Yes or no? Because I'm doing this on a device where I normally wouldn't be doing it on. So I'm trying to make sure all the settings are good. Good. So everything's like clear, good, coming in, concise. Good. Sorry, my counter's so long. The kitchen is like fucking 30 feet long. It's a big ass kitchen. It's a big ass kitchen. Good. Good. Tornado, man. I don't think I've seen you here before, so what brings you here, sir? What brings you here? So I'm just trying a simple cooking stream. I don't know if the internet's going to hold up. I don't know if the audio is super good and picking up or what's going on. I got a cat eating in the background. I don't know if you could hear that. We got a tiny little cat eating in the background. And we're going to cook up a acorn squash. I don't know if there's a lot of people that don't like squash. I don't know why. But we're going to try to cook up an acorn squash here. So, see what the hell's going on. See what the great world brings. What's going on in everyone else's parts of the world. So, cook up a squash on a Saturday night trying to be healthy. Do we have any, like, big knives in this kitchen? I mean, I wouldn't put it past Paige to not have a big knife, but I might have to go run downstairs and get one of my big knives to actually fucking open this thing, because all she has is 15 paring knives. So, not doing the hottest. Not doing the hottest from the get-go, but that's okay. Pick a new beer here. What are we going to have? Let's see here. I have a mango cider. Sounds pretty good. See if we can open this fucking acorn squash. Without hurting ourselves with a paring knife. I mean, granted, it's a sharp paring knife, but it's not really the right knife for this job. Sharp paring knife, but getting some better kitchen knives would be probably a worthwhile investment. Perfect. All right, there we go. Didn't even cut myself. Look at that. Open our beer. So we got our Acorn squash open, as you can see. Now we're just gonna gut it. We need a spoon. Now you don't want to scrape it too much of the flesh. That's something people do too much. No scraping at too much of the flesh. Just want to go till you get all the stringy parts out and all of the seeds. That's it. You want something that looks like that. Get all the stringy parts of your squash out. Get all the seeds out. You want it to go from this to this. Okay? Don't lose too much of the flesh. Keep it nice. Because that's what we're going to be eating after all. Because I think people are sleeping on squash. Not a lot of people eat squash. But then again, there's a lot of vegetables and a lot of parts of animals and stuff that people don't eat out there. Which is unfortunate. They're missing out. That's all I got to say. These people are missing out because this thing is so sweet and so delicious. And it's such an easy goddamn recipe to do. And people don't do it. Don't know why. Let's see if everyone on the Discord is going to join. You can hear everything. You know what's going on, right? You can hear, you can see. Hoffman, hear and see. Right? Yes, no, potentially, maybe. You can hear. You can hear and you can see. I trust your judgment. Everything's going good. Hey, small fry. That's my squash. You just had food. You can't eat that. That's mine. My groin area? You mean my fancy Austrian pants? I don't know if anyone's jealous or not, but these things were, I had to do a lot of sexual favors to get these. Just saying. Hey, Ollie, you coming? All check boxes. There might be 2 cat butts. We'll see what Oliver wants to do if he's coming on the screen or not. Come on, Ollie. Gonna do an investigate? That's a squash. You probably won't like that. See? Big cat. Little cat. That's right, cats. All right, so what we're going to do now is now that we got our oven preheated to 400, you're going to need your fancy Aldi baking sheet. Okay, fair enough. Fancy Aldi baking sheet. Oil and or fat of your choice. A lot of people use butter. I like olive oil. Fine. Doesn't really matter. It's not really going to add a lot of flavor. Okay, so you got your squashes all cut in half. You got all the seeds and stringy parts taken out. Is that what you're going to do? Oh, getting ahead of myself. Gonna do your light little drizzle of olive oil just around the edge. Okay, just around the edge, and then any excess you could kind of rub into the inside. Perfect. There's one thing I don't like about a lot of European countries, and I don't know why they do it this way. How come they don't believe in back pockets? Or they only have one back pocket? You know what I'm saying? Like, have you noticed that too, Altman? Why do they only have one back pocket? Or Europe? Like, for some reason, in the Austrians' case, there's no back pockets on them. I know it's, like, healthier to not have stuff in your back pocket. Because then, you know, it doesn't like, stick, you know, it doesn't throw your spine out of alignment and stuff. So, like, I get it, but, like, I'm so used to fucking having a back pocket and using my back pocket for stuff. And I just can't now because there isn't any. So, I can't imagine why they thought that was a good idea to not have back pockets. It just kind of boggles my mind is all. So we're getting a little salt and pepper. Don't over salt and pepper this. Just a little salt and pepper. That's all. All right. So now we've taken our squash, cut it in half, taken everything out of it. Got a little bit of salt and pepper. So now we're going to do cut side down. Bam. We're going to put it in the oven at 400 for about half an hour. Ta-da. 9 o'clock. We'll check it at 9:30. We'll check it at 9:30 here. So in the meantime, damn cats all over the goddamn place. Always got these fucking cats all over the goddamn place. Right there is probably good. I want to leave it on the charger because I don't know how bad this is going to drain battery. So I'll just bring a chair. Just bring a chair over. That's what I'll do. That'll be good. There. Kitchen's gigantic, I know, right? Thing's like 30 feet long. It's huge. It's massive. We're making squash. Do you like squash, Todd? Vegetarian dinner? Well, I'm cleaning out the fridge. That's my task. There's on that whiteboard. Probably can't see it. There's a whiteboard back there that has everything I need to eat out of the fridge. So there's a lot of food for me to eat. So yeah, but I've had this squash, and Paige doesn't really like squash. So she says. She's never had it this way that I've made it. But so she says she doesn't like squash. So and I like top shelf booze. Yeah, it's good. That's what I say. Like. She also flip-flops back and forth whether she likes beef or not, depending on the day of the week and the second you ask her. But so I buy a couple nice steaks for myself for this vacation, and she asked me when I'm going to make steaks for her, which I did, which is fine. They got them on sale. So I'm not going to bat an eye too much. And I got my coffee because, you know, I didn't get up until like 3 o'clock this afternoon. because you know, night shift or work, and I have to go to work on Monday night, so I'm trying to get my sleep schedule back on track. Cinnamon is a good idea. I normally just do brown sugar. I just do a little salt and pepper and olive oil to cook them upside down, and then brown sugar. That's all you need. And then sometimes, if you like it extra juicy, you can put a little pat of butter on the inside. So, yeah, I like squash a lot, and they were pretty cheap. So, 11.5 hours from now, it's 9 p.m. So that's pretty early still. It's like 9 a.m. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff. I did some dishes, some other things. Oh, that's fair. You're a West Coaster. You're a West Coaster. I filmed 2 videos today. Why clean the place? I got a lot of projects to do. Stuff like that. I do a lot of stuff. I do a lot of the adult stuff, all the repairs and everything on this place, all of the upgrades and fixing, and pretty much all the cleaning. That's me. So, I know, right? This place is big, but it's still pretty cozy. The neighbors kind of suck. Just the one, anyways. But, meow. Somebody did a meow. I think it was Little Cat. Little Victor. That's new cat is Victor. I've just been working out a lot. I filmed 2 videos today. They're currently, if you see me check my phone, that's what I'm doing. I'm checking the progress of them uploading to Dropbox. Because I got 6 files uploading for 2 new videos. So. Will you come to say hi, Victor? Come on. Come on, buddy. Come say hello. Hey. Hey, you. What are you doing, Victor? What are you exploring? Yeah. But anyways, so the 2 newest cats, Victor here and Pippin, who's the largest cat, they're the best cats. The cats that I help raise turned out to be the best cats. So Victor's very well behaved, aren't you, buddy? Come on. The apartment? Yeah. I don't miss the apartment. The apartment kind of sucked. Towards the end there, when it got some new management, that was pretty awful. The new management really sucked. The old management was great. They actually fixed stuff. They did things, you know, but the new management sucked. My radiator was stuck wide open. So it was like 95 degrees in my apartment all the time. And it wasn't so bad in the middle of winter when it was really fucking cold. But there's 4 cats in here, in this house. So the newest one's Little Victor, and that's only because there's one that's a year old, 2 that are 7, and then Little Victor, who's only about a month old right now, a little over a month old. Hey, you leave that alone. You leave that cheese bagel alone. What did it ever do to you? You don't even want the bagel. You're just trying to play with the plastic bag. So leave that alone. Hey. That's right. Don't be a shit. You should know better. I haven't had to beat you yet because you've been really good, so don't. But anyways, Yeah, there's 4 cats in here, so we got 2 younger ones and 2 older ones. So, all right, you can eat that, I guess. That's not mine. You can eat that. But yeah, Oliver's kind of getting up there in years. A lady who you might not see, she doesn't make it upstairs a lot of times. Probably the prettiest looking cat we have. She's really mean to the other cats, though. She's kind of a bitch. But yeah, I would throw a cat at somebody. Why not? You like eating that plant tag? He's just eating the tag over there. What a weirdo. So yeah, I've just been working out, obviously. Working overnights kind of sucks. I think I got a new really good setup for making videos. So once these things are done, hopefully I'll get them all uploaded tonight while I'm asleep. And then tomorrow afternoon, evening sometime, I'll be able to have them actually up on the channel. Because it's been a while trying to figure out a setup and trying to get a good time to do it where there won't be a lot of outside noise and when I'll be able to actually like have the bandwidth to myself. Because our internet kind of sucks with how the house is set up. Because the previous owners put sheet metal on the ceilings in the basement, which is where I live. And that really affects the internet signal. So having the bandwidth, so with Paige being gone, now I have the whole internet to myself, which is awesome, which means I actually have the bandwidth to be able to upload and edit videos and stuff like that I don't normally have because she's usually streaming something and then she's on her phone and stuff like that, and it really eats up the internet streaming Netflix and stuff like that, unfortunately. So yeah. Well, I do a lot of stuff. And I like the basement because it's nice and cold down there. So, and then I kill all the spiders. Which, you know, you gotta kill all the spiders. There's some big fucking spiders in that basement. You gotta stop getting into stuff, okay? I know, but you keep getting into things. So you gotta stop. Because you damn well know the stuff you're not supposed to be getting into, and you're just doing it because you know I'm doing other stuff right now. So I can't watch you super hard. But you know better. That's right. Go over there. He's going to be big. He's only like a month old or something like that. He's still really tiny. But yeah, he's a good boy for the most part. He gets into shit, though. And he eats a lot of plants. It's going to be a big, long boy. There's a lot of big cats. All the cats in this house are pretty big. So, like, bigger than they should have been. Bigger than most other cats of their kind. Which is all right. So if he ends up being big, that's okay. His parents weren't that big, so if he ends up being big, that's all right. I won't bat an eyelash. Right, Victor? You're going to need that so you could beat up all the other cats. It's over there having a bath now. Counter still too high, buddy? Hmm? Come on, we've trained for this. You can. Oh, there go the sirens. We're not too far from the ghetto, so there go the sirens. Wee! That's doable if I get bandwidth, but like I said, it's just getting time when Paige isn't using all the fucking internet. So. But, yeah. I should take over that bill and then just get nicer internet. Because then if we're using more internet, I can actually, like, pay for it. Then it's not like, well, I pay for it. Well, then fucking let me pay for it. And then I'll get nicer goddamn internet so I can actually do stuff. Oh no, buddy, your leaf fell on the ground. But you don't like to jump off the counter because you're so small. You gonna do it? And jump off the counter? Oh no, buddy, what are you gonna do? He did it in the end. He just had to think about it a long time. Where's your leaf? It's over there. There it is. He figured it out. He's getting there. Yep, you eat that leaf. You showed who's boss. You killed it, now you eat it. That's how it works. You killed it, now you eat it. Hope our squash turns out good. I had to wait for this thing to ripe. It was so fucking green when I bought it. I had to wait for it to ripen. But it was in good shape, so I'm all about it. I will definitely eat squash. Trying to be healthier and whatnot, so. So has anyone bought anything new? How many new stuff they have acquired that's really cool? Or any new updates in their lives? Because it's been a while. It's been a while. Somebody's always getting new shit. That's a whole ass chair, buddy. It's a bit big for you to be attacking. It's a whole ass chair. New guns, anybody? Any new guns? That would be cool. Hey. It's my foot. Then a couple minutes here. Huh. Never even heard of that before. So 32 Remington. Do they even make 32 Remington still? Because I always wonder that, because I see a lot of guns that are in 32 Remington, or like 35 Remington. Is that the other one? And do they even make those still? Turkish company. A lot of guns coming out of Turkey recently. No longer made. Okay, that's what I thought. Because that was like a pretty early like self-loading cartridge, wasn't it? 32 and 35 Remington. They were pretty early self-loading cartridges, weren't they? Yeah, turkey guns. GI of turkey guns. Oh, geez, up to 5 people here. We're talking about new stuff people bought. What the heck? Why would they stop making 35 Remington? Huh. So how are you going to be able to shoot that then? Are you going to have to make your own ammo for it? You have to hand load. I mean, $350 for a fucking 1911 is pretty great. If only my hands fit a 1911 better. Tiny hands, though. Little tiny baby hands. What are we testing? The whole live stream, because I'm currently filming this stream on a tablet and just seeing if the internet connection holds up with it, what the camera quality is like, what the audio quality is like. So just trying to see if everything's working good, because my tablet has a keyboard, so I can still type and stuff if I have to, but it's light enough and handy enough to move around with. So cats are fighting downstairs. Bamboo, all right. So 32 Remington, when did they stop making that? They probably made that to like, what, the 70s or something like that? I know I'm just out of frame, but a lot of it was because there was cats. So, and then I just have to turn it sideways and then we can see what I'm cooking and stuff here. Because I know I'm out of frame. But if I do this, you can see my stuff, and then I go back to where I was and move my chair out of the way, I don't have to try to fiddle with angles too much. I'm just like relatively in frame for the most part. If I'm like over here by the oven or, you know, by the sink and stuff like that. So that's why it's like that. So yeah, that's what I thought. Stop making that. Probably like the 60s and 70s. That's when stuff really fucking solidified into what it is now. Hey, Victor. Victor. Stop. You gotta stop being a shit. Hey, put those claws away. No. Stop being a shit. You know damn well what you're doing. Stop. I know. I know. I know. Calm down, okay? You were so good all day until just now. All right? So behave yourself, okay? I know. I know. You don't like being held. But you got to stop being a shit, okay? You know damn well what you did. Don't chew on that. Leave that alone. I just put you down. Hmm? You're gonna have some squat. Hey, I just put you down, and you immediately go and start doing something you know you're not supposed to be doing. I know. See, now you're on camera. You were caught red-handed. I know. Yeah, you could squeak all you want. Meow. All right, so hey. You behave, okay? That's all I want you to do. You were so quiet and so nice all day, all right? So you just relax, okay, buddy? Well, there's so many different rounds that fit, straight wall rounds that fits, and there's like 458 SOCOM, and there's like the 50 Beowulf, and there's the 350 Legend, and the 450 Bushmaster, and all this other stupid fucking AR-15 bullshit that nobody cares about because the AR-15 sucks. would be kind of cool though. Yeah, nobody likes the AR anyways. It's terrible. Get rid of it. Throw it away. We know how it is. It's not good. I would agree, but it's not hard to be better than 223. If I had to have an AR, it would be an AR-10 and 308. Just give me the full power rifle cartridge. I don't even want any of the short little AR-15 ones. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of other good straight wall cartridges out there. I'm just saying. But there's something new I really wanted to try. That we found the other day. Not that we need any more hard liquor in this place. But, it's the part where I cut myself on stream. Trying to open a fucking brandy bottle. So I figure we'll give this a try. So it's made by a pretty cheap Moscato company, but it's honey peach brandy. So we'll see how it is. There's an actual like wood cork on it. Woof. It smells way sweet. So let's try it out. Let's try it out. See if it's good. What's the 30 caliber AR-15 cartridge? There's probably a couple of them. %. Okay, it tastes around that. 300 blackout, yeah, that stupid thing that everyone has. But they want it because it's only good if it's suppressed, you know. Apparently, that's the one thing I don't understand. Everyone's like, "Well, why'd you get a 300 blackout AR if you're not even going to suppress it?" Because 30 caliber. That's fair. 7.62 by 39. Just get one of those AR-15 AK hybrids. So you just get the best AK ever made. The Swiss 5.56. The like SIG. What can I think about it? There's it's basically the SWIG, the SIG Swiss assault rifle, but it takes AK mags and it shoots 7.62 by 39. It's like a super high quality AK. Yeah, it's like the 5.56R or something like that, and there's also like a 5.53R. So you can have all the best of like Swiss engineering but it's still a long stroke gas piston like AK platform. So, meow. Oh, it's Oliver and little one. Quit fighting over there. So I'll beat you both. The M1, that's, contrary to popular belief, that's what the AK is based off of, according to the man himself, Mr. Mikhail Kalashnikov. The AK is an upside-down M1 Garand. All right, we got our squashes, our Acorn squashes. We just gotta flip them without burning ourselves. Perfect. Didn't even burn the piss out of ourselves. Look at that. The cup's in the way. All right, so this is the best part. It's the best part about trying this on the tablet to see if it's like good or not. Can move closer. Look at us. Whole. That's right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take butter. Butter makes everything better. Take some butter. Try not to be fat, so I'm not going to use too much butter. You get a little pat of butter in there. A little pat of butter. Perfect. We're going to take some brown sugar. Didn't even burn myself. What are you cats doing over there? Better not be shit you're not supposed to be doing. That's all I gotta say. We're gonna take our brown sugar, the light brown sugar. I prefer dark brown sugar, but a lot of people don't. I get it. It's fine. So we're just gonna do a crumble of our light brown sugar across the top and the rim of our squash, our Acorn squash. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a big fan of Acorn squash. I wish Paige was here to do this, but she's off on her like advanced training or whatever she's doing. There was a parade today or something. I don't know. So I don't think she'll be mad about me using her horrendously old light brown sugar. So we got our little butter in there. We got our brown sugar going. Getting it all over the place. Gotta have it. Got our butter in there. Use sugar to your sweetness. I don't like a lot, so don't need to have too much. I don't need a ton of sweetness. Some people do, though. Some people like a lot of sugar and whatnot. That's not me. Not a fan. I don't know why the bag's this big for that tiny-ass bag of brown sugar, but could have been all she had at the time. I don't know. That's the pantry, by the way. Victor! Hey! Get out of the plane. Fucker. Alright. Then we're going back in. Now with the, cut side up for an additional 15 minutes. Ta-da. Now we can return back to whence we came. The drinking station. Hook up the charger again. 33, so 48. So we got to check it. I like butter. Butter's good, but I'm trying to be healthy. I don't know if you could tell, but I've been porking out a bit. As I drink fucking brandy. Thank you. It goes with my, I don't know if you could tell, the camouflage pattern, for those of you who are uneducated on camouflage patterns. It goes with my pants. Victor, am I going to have to pick you up again? Hello, hello? Good. Fell off the table because he's kind of dumb. That'll teach him. So for those of you who don't know, Victor is eating that plant. He's like crushing it inside of it. So that's why I keep yelling at him. So where are my flags? I'm still finding a good place to hang those because I'm still not 100% set with the layout of everything. So, or even what room the computer is going to be in, because the computer room used to be a room the cats had access to, and then they pissed into the power strip and short-circuited a bunch of stuff and tripped a bunch of breakers, and they ruined my Switch. Nearly ruined the Xbox, nearly ruined both my $500 monitors. My PC, which is about $2,500, ended up being okay. So the only thing I ended up losing was the Switch, because her cats pissed into my power strip and nearly burned the house down as well. So, yeah. So now they're in a very, very tiny guest bedroom. Alcohol's fine in moderation. And cutting back on my smoking. I go long periods of time without smoking, and then I'll start smoking again, and all this other stuff. But yeah, cats nearly wrecked a bunch of shit, unfortunately. So, but yeah, so I then moved my computer into what is the guest bedroom, which it's really too tiny to be a guest bedroom, because if we were to put like a queen size bed set in it, there would be about a foot of space on either side of the bed, and maybe about 2 feet of space at the end of the bed before you get to a wall. So it's really too small to be a bedroom. And I said, well, why don't we make where the computers used to be, which we're using for storage, which is a room about the size of this kitchen. It's a gigantic room, but it doesn't have any vents in it that get heat or AC. I'm like, why don't we make that the guest bedroom? Because people will actually have room for their shit if they stay any length of time, you know? And then because this house was built in the 60s, and when the previous owners put in new windows, they didn't make the windows escapable in a fire. They only open about 5.5 inches, like 6 inches, which isn't enough to get out in the event of a fire. So like my bedroom technically isn't escapable in a fire. It's not up to modern fire codes or anything like that, even though the windows are pretty new. They put in windows that aren't up to modern fire codes because the guy that owned this was a cheap fuck before this. And but the office, as we call it, or storage room, it has a whole ass door. There's a whole like storm door, like a door that goes up and outside. So I'm like, I would rather have the guests be in there if anything's going to happen, because they have a way to get out, an additional way to get out. So like I'm arguing for making where my computer was into the guest bedroom, even though there's no heat or AC, as long as, you know, the door stays open, it's cool enough down there because it's the basement. We don't really need the AC. And as long as the door stays open in the winter, you know, that goes from the laundry room into that room, it's warm enough. So that's my argument, is that room, because it actually has enough room in it to be a spare bedroom, and it actually has an escapable and a fire exit, that's where the guest bedroom should be. That's my argument anyways, but Paige disagrees. So me and Paige are living in this house. And it's not really a new house. It's an old house. It's built in '69 initially. And then it was added on to in the 90s. So I can fit, but like technically all of the windows in the basement aren't up to fire code. The kind of windows that the previous owner bought and put in are not up to fire code, modern fire codes. So that's really good of you. Don't ban me. That's more power to you. I've got a friend who quit drinking too. Just as happy as he could ever be. I was never really anybody who drank to excess anyways. I hardly drink during the week on the days that I work and stuff. So I've never really been anyone that's been addicted to anything or anything like that ever. So me drinking isn't really that big of an issue. I never really drank to excess or to the point where I've ever even blacked out. So, fucking the FAL is my favorite Cold War fucking rifle. Is that even a contest? Like, even the United States was going to adopt the FAL. And then they ultimately went for the M14. Yeah, fucking the FAL is like the right arm of the free world. Like, that's not even a contest. No fucking contest there. Yeah, Florida kind of sucks, not going to lie. If you don't want to make that much, yeah, Iowa's a good place to move. Arkansas is a good place to move. Nebraska is a good place to move. Missouri is a good place to move because everything's still relatively cheap there in comparison. I'm not going to say it's cheap overall because prices are going up there too, but in comparison, it's pretty cheap. Yeah, that's a sound investment. South Dakota, yeah, both the Dakotas are actually pretty good to move to. So there's a lot of decent places in the Midwest to move that people should be considering. All right, it's time for a new beer. For those of you who don't know, this is who I bought my cowboy boots from. They're awesome. If you're looking for a good company, they have like 4 employees. But if you're looking for an awesome pair of cowboy boots, really thick leather, nice full leather lining too, that is also incredibly thick, stuff like that, it would be the place to buy some boots. If you're looking for a new pair of cowboy boots, they got a really good warranty. Oh, FAL. That's personal opinion though, because I also really like the G3, but I would take an FAL over a G3. And that's because I haven't handled a lot of G3s, to be fair, but I have handled quite a few FALs, and I just like the FAL. All right. We're going to have one of these because Shiner turns out to make some pretty good stuff. A Mexican-style cerveza. Victor! If you break that fucking pot, I don't care if you eat the plant, but if you break that fucking pot and make a mess, I'm going to lose my shit. Yeah, you're being bad again. Put those fucking claws away. I don't care if you claw or bite me. That's the thing you're going to realize. There's a reason why I'm the alpha. And it's because no matter what you do to me, I can flip over all of the furniture and get you wherever you hide. Okay? And you can claw and bite me all you want, and I'm not going to care. So stop being a shit. Starlink, yeah, Starlink would be the way to go. It's not as good now, but they're going to be upgrading Starlink, to be fair. It smells like a pretty decent beer. That's pretty tasty. I mean, it's just like a light beer, I think. I don't think there's anything like fancy going on with it, but it's brewed with agave in it, which I normally don't like because agave kind of tastes like dirt. I think it has kind of a dirt aftertaste, but you don't really taste it that much in this beer, which is all right. It's a decent, like, light beer. Nothing fancy going on. Jeez. Working for the government, am I right? Khan's kind of like me. He's working nights now, so he's not active a lot during the day. But I do hear from him from time to time. So, but yeah, it's just he got his schedule changed to where he works overnights now. So there's more money in it. There's less people and less bullshit to deal with. I don't mind working nights. I kind of like working nights actually for that reason. Comes with like $2 extra an hour. Soon we're gonna have squash to eat. Cats are doing stuff again. All right, so we'll get it all set up here to have to do eats to where I normally eat anyways. There we go. Put the chair back. Fix all the shit the cats moved around. What are you doing, cats? Alrighty. Get the other lights on so it's nice dark. There we go. Hey, Victor. What are you doing, buddy? Are you being a bat? Are you getting into stuff you shouldn't be? That's probably true. Alrighty, and I'll show you guys here what a beautiful squash looks like. Beautifully prepared squash. Alright, so here's what we got. It's got a beautiful pool of like butter, brown sugar in there. It's nice and caramelized, very soft. All the other good stuff. And then all you're going to do is take the fork and you mix it all up. There. So all you do is, because now it's all soft and good, you just kind of scrape it from the sides. It's very warm. Down to that little pool of butter and sugar. What do you think the cats are for? That's a good question. Where's the meat? I had steak. Well, I actually made 2 breakfast sandwiches with sausage earlier. Granted, I didn't get up till 3 p.m., so I haven't been awake that long. That's hot, Victor, just so you know. It's very warm, so if you bite into that, that's your own fault. He's a vulture. He's going to eat whatever. The other vulture cat's coming here now, too, because there's food. You going to bite that? It's hot. Just so you know. You're going to burn yourself. Yeah, that's hot, isn't it? The way you just jumped there. Did you learn that that's hot? Huh? Yeah, it's hot. And it turns out it's not that great either, huh? Turns out you don't like squash. That's all that's on here, buddy, is squash. There's no other food. There's no food you're going to like. Turns out Victor's not a fan of the squash. The best part is it's like it makes its own dish. Squash makes its own dish. So, cat parenting 101. Hey, the 2 best cats are the ones that I've helped raise, to be fair. The ones that I've helped raise the most, which would be Pippin and Victor. You're standing on the keyboard, buddy. So you just back up there. You don't like that. You already tried it. You burned yourself. All right, let's give it a try here. Let's see how good it is. It's just squash and butter, and you mash it all up. It looks like kind of like mashed sweet potatoes. Hey, Dan, you don't like squash? You don't like squash? Who here doesn't like squash? If you like squash, put a 1 in the comments. If you don't like squash, put a 2 in the comments. And I encourage you to try this because it's kind of healthy. It's actually very healthy. You want some of that? No? It's all that's on the plate, buddy, is squash. So you can either eat some or not. Don't let your vulture instincts take over you. Well, I encourage you to try this recipe. Because an acorn squash is a good side dish to like steak and other stuff because it brings a little sweetness. It's a cheap squash. You're just cutting it in half, okay? And you're putting it cut side down with a little butter and salt and pepper on it for half an hour at an oven at 400 degrees, okay? And you're flipping it straight side up, covering it in brown sugar and butter, and throwing it back in the oven for 15 minutes. It's super easy to make. It's really healthy. So that's why I like acorn squash. It's real easy. They're pretty much all over the United States. They grow really easy. It's not a super stringy squash. So it's pretty light, and it's actually not overly sweet. It's not like a butternut squash where it's overly sweet. So it's stringy. You can see it's got strings in it. Okay, but it's not like overly stringy. Yeah, it's not like spaghetti. It's got little strands. You're not going to like choke or anything. So, but it's good for you. I encourage you all to try it. It's an easy thing to make. It's an easy thing to grow in your garden. Paige won't let me grow any this year because she doesn't like it, but she's also never tried it. So, I'm a big fan of acorn squash. I like it a lot. It's a great way to bring a little sweetness and healthiness to some meals. Victor's still waiting for it to be good. All of a sudden. Yeah, using the fork to shred it is awesome. Doesn't take a lot. So. He's thinking about it every time. Thinks about it. Should I make a sandwich, buddy? Do you want some of that? If I make like a ham sandwich, would you eat some of that, huh, Victor? Just so that way they don't think I just abuse you. You were sleeping so hard all day, and I fed all the other cats, and they eat all the food. I had to feed you special. Big cat probably would eat this forever. Oliver is. And Oliver will pretty much eat anything. Huh, little Victor? Take a nibble. Take a nibble. Huh? You're being very well behaved right now. Probably because you don't like this. Any food I make, he's usually right fucking here trying to eat it. All right, Victor, just for you. I'll make a sandwich after this, and then you could have some of that, okay? Just because you're cute and you're tiny. And just because Mom said I have to eat the cheese before it goes bad. All right, Victor, come on. Come on. We're going to go make a sandwich. So that can go in the compost container. It's a little too much with the compost container, but it can go in there anyways. And I got one cheese bagel left, so we might as well use that for making a sandwich. That's right. Because Victor's such a good cat. Hey, buddy. Why'd you go on the floor? Because now you can't have him. Because you won't jump all the way up on the counter because you're too small. That's how that works. Oh, there's other best cat. There he is, right there. That's Pippi. Pippi's a biggest scared of everything. He's a biggest scared. Huh? Are you a scared, buddy? Hey. 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 He's the biggest cat, but he's a biggest scared of everything. Those are the two best cats right there. Victor and Pippi. That's all right. Victor eats my food all the time when I make it. So I turn away for 2 seconds to do something, and sure enough. I'll be there fucking eating the meat out of the side of my sandwiches. Pippi. What are you doing, buddy? Be real still. Do you think I can't see you? That's not how that works. You're orange. It's a big cat right there. It's a house. So yeah, so that's Mr. Pippi. He's the bestest boy. It's a split level house. If that clears up anything. It's a split level house. I'll wait till Paige is home before we give the tour. But almost got close in the fridge there, buddy. And we can get our second squash. Still very hot. Ta-da! And of course he's not here. Victor, there's food. Come here. He'll figure it out. He'll be here before you know it. He can't jump on the counter yet by himself, so he's gotta climb his way up there. Hey, buddy. Yeah, that's stuff you like. Here. Come here. Oh, move your butt so it doesn't face the screen. Hope you don't hurt him. Hey. Right here in front of your face. There you go. It's pepper jack cheese, kitty. You leave my sandwich alone. I'm doing stuff. Don't stop licking my mayonnaise. I'll put you on the floor. I'll swat you too. Hey, don't. You know better. Just because the camera's going doesn't mean you need to be mean. I'm going to put you on the floor. I'll throw you right off the table. Here you go. You behave yourself, okay, Victor? It's not how we behave. It's not how we behave, okay, Victor? Want some more cheese? Hey, buddy. Here. It's on the ground. It's right on the ground. You basically step on it. It's right there. Okay. There you go. Had to fucking point his head right at it. He's not very smart, okay? Turns out he's not a squash fan. unfortunate. Squash is good. Oh yeah, buddy, you gonna come try to steal from my sandwich again? Is that what you're gonna do? Well, I'll tell you what, buddy. I'll let you eat the whole sandwich, but you gotta eat all the squash. No, no roast beef and turkey till you eat all the squash. That's just the fork. You're just eating the fork at that point. It's eating the squash. You like that, buddy? Is that good? Not a fan? Hey, you can have all the squash you want. Meow! 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 You licking your lips. All right. Back down on the floor. And you got to do your whole obstacle course to get back up here, but it gives me a little time to eat. Yeah. The housing market's really only houses are really only going to be good once the housing market like collapses, or if you can get a house that's nice that was foreclosed upon. Because there's a lot of people who couldn't pay their home loans, and so you can get a nice house that's foreclosed upon for pretty cheap, but that's pretty hard to do. Oh yeah, Victor, you gonna come around behind the tablet and think I won't notice you? You gonna meander around? Think I won't notice the fact that you're coming to eat my sandwich? Only squash for you, cat. Only squash for you. Victor, stop. That's fair. Or you could always just do the wait for the world to end and then kill somebody for it, because finders keepers. That is the way to do it. Meow. Well, here he comes again. Thinking he owns the place. Coming right in. And off he goes. There you go. Shipping containers. That's the way to do it. Buy some land in the middle of nowhere and shipping containers. No, you don't want to kill and take. You just want to rob. Because if you kill, then those people aren't going to recreate wealth later that you can take again. And that's a problem. No, you don't want to kill because then they can make again, and then you could take again. Exactly. And if you kill them all, they're not going to do that. You got to keep them alive. Well, the squash turned out very well. So if you guys are looking for something new to try, some fancy, easy recipe to want some squash, Victor? Or do you want to go back on the floor? It's just persistent. And I don't want to beat him full strength yet because he's so small. But he's also not very smart, so. He's going to come up again. Wait for it. Different approach this time. The squash approach. Oh no. You have to go around the squash to get to the sandwich. Yeah. You think you're smart, but you're kind of dumb. Yeah, meow. You gonna try again, Victor? Or are you finally giving up? All right, buddy. Because you're behaving. Here. Hey. Here, you can have some cheese. See what happens when you behave? You get stuff. You don't just get pushed off the counter. It's another one, buddy. There you go. He figured it out. He figured it out. He's getting there. Yeah? There's a lot of homeless people. It's an ever-growing problem, the homeless, unfortunately. But I got a solution for it. You feed the homeless to the hungry, then you're getting two birds with one stone. Definitely had to sleep in the car for quite a while. Well, then you take their legs off so they can collect disability and they can eat their legs and not be hungry for a while. Yeah, there'll probably be some gaming. We could do that. I found out my vacation is going to be extended by one day because some people owe me some shift rate and they're doing it for me. So that way I don't have to work. So now I don't have to work until Tuesday. And I'll work for one day and I'll have 2 days off. You know what, Victor? Hey. Hey, buddy. He likes roast beef. Victor? Come here. Hey. Victor. Hey. That's right. You eat all that roast beef. You're a grown boy. That's fair. Blind people can make helmet covers and so movies. There's definitely Opportunity out there for everyone. That's true. And to be fair, they actually make some of the nicer stuff. The Association for the Blind, they actually make quite a lot of nice shit in Acorn. They usually have some of the higher quality, like surplus uniforms and like equipment is made by them. Now, you remember when you were on the floor and you were getting food and now you decided to come back up here? I want to positively associate you with staying on the ground is a good thing. So that way you don't come up here and try to steal food off the plate. You'll just get food if you just hang out. But you're coming up here again because you're getting greedy. And the only thing you can get is squash. That's just the sugar part. You got to eat the squash part. Yeah, there's no sandwich anymore, Victor. It's all gone. Just breadcrumbs. Yep, it's all gone, buddy. That's part of the squash. Like all the sugar parts of the squash? That's fine. Is that good, buddy? Well, I got to get out and do some shooting first, but I got 2 new videos that on helmets that I shot today that are just uploading to Dropbox. That I'll hopefully have the first one out tomorrow afternoon. So they're on helmets I've been meaning to make videos on for like a year, but I've been trying to figure out a good setup and a place where I get good audio and a place where I have enough bandwidth to do that. But with Paige always streaming Netflix and stuff like that, it's hard to upload because that takes so much bandwidth. Meow. 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 You are a very vocal cat, you know that? Meow. 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 You can leave whenever you want. You just got to be smart about it. There you go. You got a license for that license? Well, as long as you're going to be this tiny, I'm going to keep holding you. Meow. Meow. Come on. It's not that hard to escape. Use your brain. There you go. Just sit there and whine. All you do is whine. Just a wiener. That's all you are. Just a goddamn wiener cat. That's fair. He's very vocal. He fucking never shuts up. He fucking never shuts up. Him and the girl cat, which she hasn't. She's probably downstairs now that Victor's not taking a nap on my bed because I'm the only one home. She's probably downstairs taking a nap on my bed. And she's also a very, very vocal cat. But she doesn't get along with any of the other cats. Unfortunately, she's kind of a bitch. But yeah, now that dinner's over, I got pretty much all the dishes done. Stuff like that. I got to try to stay up till at least 4 a.m. and it's only 10:20 here. So probably clean all this up, take the compost out, mix another drink, grab another beer, and then we could probably play some games. If any of you have Isanzo on Steam, we could play some games. You don't even need a very good computer to run it. We could all have a squad and play some games, kill some Italians, you know. So, but yeah, so that's my plans. I'll probably use the bathroom, grab some more drinks, take the compost out, and then we could go play some games. Kerrygold cheddar, can't go wrong with that. And make some good butter. I don't know if I could get the Kerrygold cheddar here where I live, but I can get their butter, and their butter's pretty good. So let's write some Sanzo. So yeah, if you guys are up for it, it would be nice to get a full squad of like people and play some Sanzo. That would be pretty awesome. So, all right, everybody. Well, thank you all for stopping by. I'm glad the stream worked out, and I'm glad the audio quality is good enough, and I'm glad the video quality is good enough. It seems that I didn't drop any frames or anything over the stream, so this might be a good choice for the future. So I think it's pretty great. So it was a good test run. So thank you all for stopping by. I'll see y'all over here, hopefully, very shortly into the future. Flectarn, yeah. That's not what my pants is. Pants is a very specific country's camouflage. Close to where Flectarn comes from. Not quite.